Good morning, everyone. Before we begin, I'd just like to thank Bristol Myers Squibb for sponsoring our time together this morning. So my name is Eileen, and I'm happy to be with you this morning. I'm here to facilitate your practice, but know that this is indeed your practice, and this is time and space for you to meet your body however it is showing up for you today. So that might mean that you move a little differently than I do. You might move a little more quickly or more slowly than I do. You might even choose to not move at all for a certain period of time. Again, this is your practice, and you're welcome to shape it in any way that makes sense for you today. So to begin, let's just come into a yoga seat, or some people like to call this mountain pose. So just getting comfortable in your seat, maybe noticing the ground beneath your feet, and then if you'd like, perhaps lining up your ankles with your knees with your hips with your shoulders, so the shoulders directly over the hips. And if you'd like, taking a deep breath in, drawing your shoulders up towards your ears and planting them gently into your shoulder girdle. Your chin might be parallel to the ground, and feel as though I've got a string attached to the top of your head, and I'm just lifting you up out of your waist just a little. So wiggle just a little out of your waist so your spine gets strong and tall. And just take a moment to breathe. Perhaps this might be a good opportunity for you to close your eyes and tune into your body. Perhaps doing a body scan, beginning at your feet and scanning all the way up through the crown of your head, noticing any tightness, any tension, feeling into your feet, your ankles, forelegs, calves, knees, thighs, hips, torso, shoulders, neck, head. Just noticing what's here right now. And then taking a moment to check in with your breath and notice the quality of your breath. So your breath right now might be a little choppy, or your breath might be smooth and easy. Again, just notice. And then check in with your mind, perhaps thinking about all of the things that we've been talking about this morning, people you've met, things you've done, maybe thinking about the things you need to do later on during the day. And might you gather all of that up right now? Take it all up, maybe put it into a sort of a file folder or an envelope, and then put it away, knowing that you can always return to it later in your practice. And then let's begin by setting an intention for your practice this morning. So maybe asking yourself, what is it that I need this morning for my spirit, my body? What does my body and spirit need? Maybe even placing a hand on your heart and just going for a moment into your heart and seeing what's there. And if something comes up, maybe it's just a word like peace, maybe strength, joy, whatever it is you need for yourself. And then taking that word and placing it in a present tense statement, just like it's a fact. So your intention could be something like, I am at ease in this moment and every moment today. Or I go through this day with joy and gratitude. There's no right or wrong. So repeat that once to yourself and then let it go. And then let's begin. So we might begin by adding a little movement, and that might be a lot of different ways. So you might begin to move forward and back in your chair. Your movement might be smaller, or it might be a little deeper than mine. So moving back and forth in your chair, however it feels right to you. You might practice with your eyes, softly gazing down, or you might close your eyes. And then a few more of those movements, and whenever you're ready, making your way back to center. Another way to move in your chair is by moving side to side. So again, you might choose to move side to side, or you might have another way of moving in your chair that feels right. But if you're moving side to side, perhaps continuing this movement for a count of 3, possibly 2, maybe 1, and making your way back to center. A final way of moving in your chair might be to circle. So if you'd like, join me in moving from side toward the back of your chair, toward the other side. And again, you choose your range of motion. So your circles might be a lot smaller than this, or they might be big. You might decide to get your shoulders involved in this movement. You might get your head involved, just moving in a way that suits your body. And feel free to make your way back to center whenever you'd like, and perhaps move in another direction. You might start with smaller circles and make your way into large circles. Or again, you might have another way of moving. But continuing the circular movement, maybe for 3, possibly 2, and then making your way back to center. And then taking a moment when you arrive back in center just to breathe. So breathing in, maybe feeling your belly rise and expand, and then breathing out. Perhaps feeling your belly release and relax. Another way of moving might be to come into some spinal movements. So if you'd like, extending your arms in front of you, maybe clasping your hands, or maybe bringing your hands together in prayer, clasping your hands and pressing out through your hands toward the wall in front of you. As you press out, perhaps dropping your chin and flexing your back. So coming into a cat form, breathing in, breathing out. One more breath in, and exhale out. And then as you're ready, sitting tall, bringing your hands in toward your chest, extending your arms out, and then perhaps bringing your hands in back of your chair or to the sides of your chair, and then opening up your chest, maybe coming into a small back bend, perhaps looking up, and breathing here, taking a breath in, exhale out. One more time, breathe in, breathe out, and then making your way back to center. And then we'll try that again. So on the inhale, perhaps bringing your hands up, palms together, make a fist, press through the palms of your hands. Now drop your chin and round your spine, coming into cat. Taking a couple breaths here, breathing in, breathing out. One more inhale, exhale. Now coming up, Sitting tall, bringing your hands to your heart center, opening up your arms, and then bringing them toward the sides of your chair and coming into a back bend. So looking up, maybe your chin comes up, heart is lifted. Taking 2 more breaths here, breathing in, breathing out. One more time, inhale. And a long, slow exhale. And then coming back to neutral. And again, if it feels right to you, maybe shifting your weight back and forth in the chair before you come into a neutral position. Another form you might explore is a twist. So perhaps taking your right hand and placing it on the outside of your left knee. Left hand comes in back of you, either on the side of your chair or in back. Sit tall, and now begin your twist. So creating some extension in your spine and then twisting belly, rib cage very gently, chest, and if your neck is okay with it, then looking over your left shoulder. You can direct your gaze forward and back, just moving in any way that feels right to you right now. So moving your head forward and back. And then holding in stillness for a count of 3, possibly for 2, maybe 1. And then slowly and gently making your way out of this twist. If you'd like, you could spend a moment in stillness, or you might raise your hands all the way up to the sky. Take a breath in, and then on the exhale, move into another twist. Bring your left hand to the outside of your right leg. Sit tall, create some length, and now move into your twist. Belly, rib cage, chest, and if your head and neck is all right with this, look over your shoulder, and you might want to direct your gaze forward and back. Forward and back. One more time. And then whenever you're ready, moving out of your twist, head, chest, belly, and making your way back to center. Taking a breath in and a long, slow exhale. And another way we could move now is to move our arms. So you might lift your arm any amount. So starting with one of your arms, just one, lifting and lowering your arm. Perhaps adding breath to your movement. So maybe inhaling, arm lifts, exhaling, arm comes back down. So doing that a few times. Again, you're welcome to lift your arm any amount. So your movement might be a little bit wider now, maybe up to shoulder. Perhaps lowering, so lifting and lowering the shoulder down. You might decide you'd like to lift a little bit higher, so lifting up towards your shoulder and then perhaps flipping your hand palm up toward the ceiling and then continuing to lift your arm any amount. Taking a breath in, extending your reach a little bit longer, feeling that's your side body opening. Take another breath in, and then on the exhale, lower, 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 as slow as you can. Arm comes all the way back down. And then take a moment to notice. Notice your side body. See if one side of your body feels a little different than the other. And then feel free to explore the other side. So breathing in, breathing out, lifting and lowering your arm any amount. Any amount. So you're welcome to lift to the sky whenever you'd like, or perhaps halfway up. again, you're welcome to move in any way that suits your body this morning. So if your fingertips are extended up toward the sky, see if you can just grow a little bit longer wherever your fingers are, wherever the tips of your hands are. Grow a little bit longer out of your waist. Take another breath in, and then exhale. Slowly, slowly, slowly. Allowing your arm to return back to neutral. And just taking a moment here to breathe and notice. Now, another way to explore this form is to come into an arcing movement. So again, lifting your arm any amount. And then what we're going to do is lift and lower and then arc over to the side. So you might be here, arcing over to the side. You might be here, arcing over to the side. Your fingertips might be extended toward the sky, arcing over to the side. So feel free to explore this form in movement or in stillness. So you might be moving in and out of this form, or you might be just exploring some stillness here. And in stillness, you might really notice how your side body is opening here. Take another breath in. On the exhale, let's begin to make our way all the way back down. The arm all the way back down. All right, and then feel free to explore this on the other side. So breathing in, breathing out, extending your arm any amount. And then once you've reached your fullest expression, then extend over to the side. So a few more arcs. And making your way then perhaps back to center, lowering your arm. And then allowing your hand to just rest on your knee. Take a moment to breathe. Feel into your body and see if there's anything that feels a little different in your side body. Let's do a few shoulder rolls. So lifting your shoulders up and down a few times. Moving back. Coming to stillness whenever you're ready. And then perhaps circling your shoulders forward. Okay. And then if you'd like, you're welcome to come into a half sun salutation with me. So in the sun salutation, beginning with your feet, noticing your feet planted on the ground, growing tall out of your waist, and then extending your arms any amount. So your arms may come up all the way to in line with your shoulders or a little further into a sun breath. And then whenever you are at your fullest extension or expression of sun breath, then moving forward. So bowing forward from your hips, leading with your heart, and then allowing your hands to just rest on your knees, or coming down a little bit more forward. So you find what feels right in your body. So your hands might be resting on your thighs, your knees. Your torso might be resting on your legs. Your hands might be all the way down on blocks, or fingertips might be on the floor. Once you're in a forward fold, you're welcome to explore some head and neck movements. So you're welcome to shake your head yes, maybe no, or you're welcome to just let your head hang heavy here. 3 more breaths in this fold wherever you find yourself. Breathing in, breathing out. 2 more breaths. Inhale. Long, slow exhale. And 1 more inhale. Exhale. Now make your way back up to seated. So use your hands to guide your torso back up to a neutral position. Keep your chin towards your chest just for a moment. And then when you are in upright, then raise your chin up, open your eyes. Breathe in and breathe out. And let's do that one more time. So again, moving into a half sun salutation, lift your arms up any amount. The amount you lift your arms is entirely up to you. Take a moment to breathe. Take a breath in, and on your exhale, wherever you are, make your way forward in your chair, bending at your hips, coming over your thighs any amount. So you might have your torso resting on your thighs. You might have your elbows resting on your knees and let your head hang heavy. You might have your fingertips on your forelegs or on the floor. Wherever you are, let your head hang heavy. Taking a few breaths here. You might want to explore movement again by shaking your head one way or the other. You make choices. Take 1 more breath in. And then on the exhale, make your way back up to an upright position, coming all the way up. Chin toward the chest, and then when you're upright, lift your chin. And it might feel really nice in your body to just take another breath in, lift your hands as much as you want, and then exhale, bring your hands back down to your legs. Take 1 more breath in, and a long, slow exhale. So, beginning to move a little with our legs. So, moving legs and feet. Well, let's just start with feet. So, perhaps lifting your heels. The toes stay connected to the ground and just lifting your heels. And perhaps when you lift your heels up, you feel some sensation in your calves. So just noticing. You may feel some sensation in the calves, or you may feel nothing at all. Just notice. And then lifting just one heel. And noticing what you feel when you lift just one heel. So the sole of one foot is flat on the floor, and then your heel is lifted. So you may feel some sensation here in your calf. You may feel it in your upper leg. Or you might feel this somewhere else in your body. Or not at all. Take another breath in and lower that heel. Now the other heel. Holding it lifted. Maybe feeling sensation in your calf. Maybe even in your quad, your upper leg. Maybe you feel sensation somewhere else in your body right now. Or not. Take another breath in and then lower the heel. Now lift your toes. So see how that changes sensation, perhaps. So now you might be feeling some sensation in your forelegs. And then maybe exploring this form in stillness. So lowering one foot, lifting the toes of your other foot. Just notice. Take a couple breaths here. lower, and lift your other foot, the toes of your other foot. All right, now lower. Take a moment to just extend one leg, keeping a small bend in the back of your knee, flexing your foot or not. So your choice is to flex or maybe allow your foot, the sole of your foot, to be on the ground. Again, making sure that you keep a small bend in the back of your knee. Now sit tall, grow tall out of your waist, take a breath in, and on the exhale, bow forward or bend forward from your hips. Just making sure that you're not too far forward on your chair. And then bend forward any amount. Take a breath in. And a long, slow exhale. One more breath. And breathe out. You're welcome to stay here or bring this heel back to neutral, and we'll try the other leg. Breathe in, extend your other leg, flex your foot, or allow the foot to be flat on the ground. Keep a small bend in the back of your knee. Now grow tall out of your waist. Take another breath in. On the exhale, come forward any amount. Breathing in, breathing out. Couple more breaths. Breathe in, breathe out. One more time. And then as you're ready, draw that heel back to neutral. Maybe shift your weight side to side, forward and back. And then come back again to neutral. And then we'll try a little movement with, let's start with the left foot. So lift your toes. Inhale, lift your toes. Exhale, perhaps. So lift your toes. Exhale, draw your knee into your chest. Allow your foot to come back to the ground. And then turn your toes out to the side. Now back to neutral. So, toes are pointing. Now you lift. So we're just trying this, lifting your leg or not. So let's do it not lifting legs. So lift toe up, toes down. Toes to the side, toes forward. So it's just toes up, toes down, to the side, and forward. So just tapping your toes. A couple more times. Lift up, down, side. All right, now let's try that, lifting your leg. So breathe in, lift your knee up. Exhale, knee to the side. Inhale, bring your knee back. Exhale, allow your foot to come back down to the ground. So now see how that feels in your body. If you'd like to, you can add another movement to that. So it might look something like this. Breathe in. Exhale, foot is long. Inhale, breathe in and draw your knee up to your chest. Exhale, knee up to the side. And then back down again. So you've got many variations that you could do here. Let's try that one more time. Breathe in, breathe out, breathe in, breathe out, breathe in, and lower. All right, let's try the other leg. So we can start with the toe tapping. Lift your toes and then allow them to come back down. So it's just lift and lower, then toes to the side, and then back again. So lift, lower to the side and back. Lift, lower to the side and back. One more time. Lift, lower to the side and back. Now, if you'd like, you might continue that, or you might change the form a little by lifting your leg. So lift up. We won't extend the leg long first. We'll just go lift up to the side, back, and down. Lift up to the side, back, and down. One more time. Lift up to the side, back, and down. Now let's add the extension. So lift, extend, breathe in as you draw the knee in, exhale out. So it's in, extend, in, exhale, and down. We'll do that one more time. Breathe in, extend, breathe in, to the side, come center, and down. And then take a moment to just get comfortable again in your chair. Maybe massage out your thighs, your legs. You might try a little bit of tapping. So you might start with the upper leg and tap, tap, tap. Upper leg. Make your way down as far as you'd like, down your legs. You might even come all the way down to your feet. And then feel free to move on to your other leg, tapping. Gentle taps all the way down. Maybe move down to your feet. And then come to stillness. All right. A hip opener. We do have time. So a hip opener. So different possibilities here. You might toe heel your feet out as far as you can. Make sure that you're firmly planted into your seat. All right, so the feet are out as far possible as you can be. And then sit tall. And then as you sit tall, notice how if your hips can be opened up just with this wide-legged stance. Take a few breaths here. Wide-legged stance. Breathing in, breathing out. Breathing in. Now there's different possibilities with your arms. So you might keep your arms resting on your thighs, or you might come into goalpost or goddess arms, spreading your fingers wide. Maybe creating fists, but opening and closing, or keeping your fingers open wide. So elbows lined up with your shoulders, fingers wide, gaze lifted, hips opening. Another breath in. And then on the exhale, bring your elbows into your waist and then down to your upper legs. Walk your feet back. Shift a little in your chair. Come to stillness. And we'll try figure 4, another hip opener. So if you'd like, you're welcome to come into a figure 4, a seated figure 4, or you're welcome to go back to that, opening up your hips and going back into goddess. So whatever you'd like. But if you'd like to try figure 4, draw your knee up to your chest. Place your ankle on top of the opposite leg. Take a moment here just to breathe and notice. Notice sensation maybe in your hip. And you can hold this form for 3 breaths. You might come forward and hold it. So do what's right for your body. You might move forward, feel a little more sensation, a little more opening of that hip. One more breath in. And an exhale. Slowly make your way back out of this form. Torso comes center. Lift your knee into your chest. And then place the sole of your foot on the ground. And then notice one side of your body compared to the other. Now take a breath in as you lift your opposite knee to your chest. Your ankle then makes its way over to your knee or just above your knee. Sit tall and bend forward any amount. So this is your choice. You might sit straight and tall. You might come forward any amount. And hold this form for a count of 3, possibly 2, maybe for 1. And then slowly, slowly, slowly make your way back up to seated neutral. Okay, so before we come into relaxation, let's try one more twist. So if you'd like, bring your right leg over your left. Sit tall. And then let's come into a twist here. So you might twist to your left side. And again, so do it slowly. Create some length in your spine and then twist to your left. One more opportunity to explore head and neck movement. So in this twist, you direct your gaze where you'd like. And we'll hold this twist for 3 more breaths. So breathing in, maybe twisting a little bit more to your right, or your left, sorry, my right. Another breath. Last breath in, and a long, slow exhale. Now make your way slowly out of this twist. Take a breath in, perhaps lift your arms up as much as you'd like. Exhale, hands back down. And then untwist. Let's try the other side. So opposite leg over. Sit tall. Create length in your spine and then move into your twist. Twist belly, ribs, chest. Look over your shoulder, maybe forward. And we'll breathe for 3, 2, 1 last breath. Exhale. Slowly make your way back out of your twist. Untwist your legs. Breathe in. Allow your arms to come up any amount. Exhale. Hands come back down to neutral. All right. So relaxation. Make your way to the back of your chair now and get as comfortable as you can be right now. Feel your feet connected to the floor. Perhaps feel every point of contact you can between the chair that you're resting on and your body. So feel your torso, maybe you can feel your head resting against your chair, your hips, legs. Feel every point of contact. You're welcome to close your eyes and then connect with your breath. So noticing where you feel your breath, maybe in your nose. Maybe you can feel your breath in your throat or your chest. Maybe you can feel your breath in your belly. Breathing in deeply. Just resting in the grace of your breath for a few moments here. Knowing that in these moments you have absolutely nothing to do. You have nowhere to be and nothing to do. Just be. Perhaps breathing in whatever it is you needed from your practice today, whether it was peace or joy or strength or patience, whatever it is you need. And letting go of whatever doesn't serve you. Breathing in and breathing out. And then as you're ready, perhaps opening your eyes if they were closed, and taking a moment now to notice your body and your breath and your mind, and seeing if there is anything that's changed or shifted since you began class. And then if you'd like, taking one last sun breath, breathing in all that was good about this practice, and then bringing it into your heart, and then sharing that with someone you meet today. And then before you end, taking a moment to thank yourself for the good you do for yourself by practicing yoga. Thank you so much for being with me today. I so appreciate it. Have a wonderful day. Thank you.